in this segment, we've installed our 1x4 synthetic nailer board, which runs the whole property. This is now our delineating line where the turf is going to end. We've got roughly a 3-foot planter bed that's going to go here. We're going to put some grasses in here. And then we're going to have a fence on this side. But what this does, this acts as a edge and a guide. So we installed this, we used a string line, which you can see, and then we used some 2x6 boards to line it up just to kind of speed the process along. So you basically have a spline for the 20-foot stick of board to meet up against. So it just kind of acts as a straight edge and a guide, and then it just speeds up the process. Then on the other side we put the stakes in. So we put the board on this side and then put in the bender board, lined it up straight, and then put the spikes in on that, stakes in on that side, and just remove the board. So you can work in 10, 12, 16-foot sections at one time, and it goes very quickly, even with just 2 guys. Now, on this side, we're gonna fill this up with rock, and the goal is that we're going to bring the rock about a 1/2 inch or so below top of grade, and then we'll put the paver fines at grade with this. You can kind of see that, that's even at grade. And then we'll compact it. And then the turf will come right over at the same level and then roll over the edging, and then we'll screw it in from the side. So it just rolls over, it gives it a natural, very similar like a shovel cut edge with natural grass. And then our planter beds on this side, so they'll plant all their grasses, the big tall native fountain grasses and such, and then we'll screw the turf in on this side, and they'll backfill with either decorative rock or maybe some mulch, so it'll just give it a natural clean edge. In other applications, you can actually leave this exposed as a definitive edge, but in this case, we don't want to do it because we've got such a heavy rock base because of the way everything slopes. Everything from these homes runs down and all the water runs this way, and we get a tremendous amount of rain in certain parts of the country. So that's why this whole area is done with rock, so the water goes straight down underneath and runs the dirt grade below underneath, and it doesn't affect what's going up on top. But because there's so much rock, we cannot use our 6-inch nails to properly secure in here because it doesn't lock in like if it would be if this was just solid base. So that's why in this particular instance, we're not going to expose this, and we're going to cover it. Now, if you wanted to leave this exposed, the best way to do that is you would take 2 pieces and essentially sister them together, drop one a couple of inches on one side, and then screw them together so that you've got a nailer board on this side and then you've got this one exposed. But in large areas, that can maybe be a little bit cost prohibitive. So kind of maybe think ahead of time how you want a finished edge to look prior to getting to that step.